it could be a whole lot worse. You know, I could be officially paralysed from the waist down. You know, I could. We just didn't know.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot to take in, and a lot of unknowns.
yeah.
Whether or not it can be cured, whether or
Oh
not...
God, I went down the biggest rabbit hole of the internet. You know, it was a bit weird the first few times going out in the wheelchair. And I remember whispering to you, going, "Can you tell my bitch?" And you're like, "You can't speak. Talk to her." I was like, "Excuse me."
Hello, hi, hello.
Yeah. So it was a bit weird. Now I'm just like, "Move," you know. But,
And some people can't, they will not use a wheelchair because of what it represents. They don't see it as allowing you to get about. They see it as,
some
my
people,
life has changed, and this is...
Yeah, I mean, some people just can't wrap their heads around when things change. And
especially when it changed so quickly like it did for you.
You know, so it was hard selling the car. Because that was my independence.
Yeah.
That was my bread and butter, so to speak, you know, because where we live, there's only a village bus that goes every 2 hours.
But you drive 60 miles an hour, so you get there quick anyway.
Yes, it is like Colin McRae, like, meow.
Wacky races.
Yeah. But, you know, so it was a bit strange. But and I always go back to where and who I've worked with and how they don't let things like that disturb them. You know, they don't know any different. But and I just think, well, it could be a whole lot worse. You know, I could be officially paralysed from the waist down. You know, I could. We just didn't know.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot to take in, and a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
Whether or not it can be cured, whether or not...
Oh God, I went down the biggest rabbit hole of the internet.
And that is the problem, is when you got...
Yeah. I mean, because when I was in hospital, they said about my ANAs, which is sort of connected with the autoimmune side of you.
Yeah.
We were like, right, it's got to be an autoimmune disease. So we started looking at a lot of autoimmune diseases, such as lupus.
Yeah. Was MS one of them?
MS is neurological.
Yeah.
So, but for a long time, I was like, right, I got lupus.
Because it seemed to fit a lot of the symptoms.
Yes, this is the other thing. A lot of neurological disorders and autoimmune diseases, they overlap something chronic, like massively. I mean, it's ridiculous how much everything overlaps.
And usually when you get diagnosed with FND, it's the last diagnosis because they have to go through an inordinate amount